Hi, what if one day your dad walked into the room and looked at his wonderful children and his wife and said, "Sweetie, I know the family bond is very important, but you know what's more important to me than that right now? Becoming a break dancer." Then he rips off his clothes and he's wearing a metallic blue and gold tracksuit, and then he flops onto his head and spins out the door and you never see him again. Until one day you turn on the TV and see him on Good Morning America, and everybody loves him. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new, my name's Michelle McDaniel. I break down internet drama so you don't have to scroll through social media and rot that precious, beautiful brain. Come on, we protect the brain. We massage the brain. And so instead of you scrolling for hours in a day, I break it down in a 10 to 20 minute video. And all I ask for you is to just hit the subscribe button. And maybe a little smile. I love that smile. Oh yeah, right there? It's so cute, girl or boy. Divorce. About 50% of marriages will end in divorce. Yeah, we're failing. Well, one man named Ben Hart decided to become part of that 50% when he decided to abandon his family to become a famous breakdancer. And he did it. Now, he would never win any competitions, but just entering would land him many gigs, even got on Good Morning America.
What's that, Ben or Benihana? Here this morning in our audience.
Pause the frame. Look how much joy he's bringing to everyone's faces. Well, his daughter, who he abandoned, according to her, is now older and on TikTok and is calling him out for causing her emotional trauma.
I like to laugh at my trauma instead of being super sad about it. He's just like a weird guy.
And this video of her calling out her breakdancing dad went viral.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny?
My dad said he was gonna sue me because I told people about why my mom's leaving him. It's a good one. Anyway, okay, go ahead.
What's a piece of trauma that you have that's funny? It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing.
This would go absolutely viral. People were obsessed, and she would say quite a bit in the video, like, my dad got so much praise.
And he got really good.
All this money, all this attention.
He blew up. He became a D-list celebrity status, viral breakdancer. He became
all this love.
Became the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world.
And as she said, he got really good at it at his new career.
Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him.
He went super viral and he did all these interviews and he danced with Paula Abdul.
But as he was having a great time, he didn't pay for many a things of her and her 3 brothers and sisters.
Yep, he went on a lot of people on the internet.
This guy wouldn't pay my medical bill.
When I first saw this video, I thought it was very funny. I thought she was just being pretty lighthearted about something that kind of bothered her, but it wasn't that big of a deal now that she's an adult.
The worst part, damn it, he's good. He should not be able to move his body like that.
I didn't take it as, oh, this woman's calling out her dad and he's a piece of shit. But boy, did people take it like that and make it very big than I think this chick intended it to be. Breakdancing deadbeat dad drama. Deadbeat dad abandons family.
He may not have paid for some of my medical bills growing up, but he did give me this breakdancing merchandise.
So everyone was very upset. Comments came a-rolling. Deadbeat dad was getting passed through like the news. This man was getting his ass lit up. Horrible father, typical man, horrible, evil man. Well, Maddie's dad, that's the girl's name, Maddie's dad would eventually find his way onto TikTok.
Okay, I wake up at 6 a.m. to do some work. I get my coffee, I sit down, I open my computer, and what am I greeted with? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults.
And he said, "I gave you a lot more than a shirt, young lady." In fact, he financially helped all his kids and Maddie's mommy.
Now, about not paying medical bills. That's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go, out of the gate, a lump sum payment. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony. This was later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife to cover costs for her and the kids. And this is in 2005 dollars. So add 50% to account for inflation.
He also went on to say that they were very close. At least he thinks that they were.
I love my daughter Maddie, and we get along great. At least I think we do.
And was very proud of his daughter's very successful VP or writer job for Netflix.
The kids have turned out great. Maddie graduated from Northwestern University and is a screenwriter in Hollywood.
And of course her millions of subscribers.
She's also a big social media influencer with millions of followers.
He also revealed that he didn't live very far away from Maddie. He lived in the same neighborhood.
Also remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. An easy walk or bike ride.
So that video was about 10 minutes.
Now some of you might be wondering, can he still breakdance at age 66?
Is he? He is not. Is he gonna start breakdancing?
Okay, Maddie, let's see how the old man does.
Okay, so this was a video of him explaining everything and of course breakdancing.
That was not a deadbeat dad at all.
So when I watched the dad's video, I thought, okay, I don't know why people are calling this man a deadbeat. You know, he got a divorce. It happens. I'm all for a divorce. I'm not Steven Crowder.
When you become my wife, you're mine forever.
If my husband wanted to leave me because I breathed wrong, leave my ass. I understand I have misophonia. It's a big deal. As long as you do your duties as a father, I don't want to stick it out with someone who doesn't want to be with me and would rather be twirling around on his head. That sounds extremely miserable and slightly creepy. Well, like I said, when I first heard that video or saw that video, I was like, okay, I get it. But you know what? The video was way too long. He spoke too much. And when you really listen to the video, when you really look at the video, things start to unfold a little bit and red flags start going up. So just watching this video, you can tell that he scripted this out, which means he had time to plan this out and do research, which is kind of sad because without even talking to Maddie, could tell that this man didn't do his research about his own daughter. With just one click, you see that Maddie doesn't have millions of TikTok. She's not even close. So he really inflated that number. He also inflated his daughter's job that he says he's super close to.
I'm gonna say one more thing about the Breakdancing Dad saga. This is not a clapback video. This is not beef. It's something that I have loved that people are not talking about, is that there's a sort of Mandela effect happening in the collective consciousness of the internet right now. In his original video and like in his tweet, my dad had posted being like, my daughter is a famous influencer. She has millions of followers. She's a big social media influencer. And now everybody thinks that that's true. Like nobody fact checked that. Like nobody, like everyone's rolling with it. Like every news source, every tweet. Like I'm a small creator. I'm not even monetizing my account yet because I'm too small. I have 70,000. Like love you guys, but like I definitely don't have millions. And all over his like social media, he's like, my daughter, she's a successful Hollywood screenwriter at Netflix. Don't know where he got any of that. Obviously, I've told him in the past that I am an assistant. Would love that though. Like he's manifesting that for me.
He gets the coffee for the screenwriter. So then after that, personally for me, the other thing that he inflated was his daughters and his relationship.
And we get along great. At least I think we do.
How could someone who's so close to their daughter mistakenly get their job so wrong? Like he was completely wrong. She doesn't write anything.
You know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose.
Candace Owens also picked this up and she couldn't have been bothered to just look up anything. She was more upset at the fact that this chick is talking bad about her daddy on the evil, devil-made app TikTok.
And now like everybody's just like talking like that's the truth. Like Candace Owens just posted a whole like long podcast being like, I'll show you guys.
There was a young woman, her name is Maddie. She is 24 years old and she decided to go on to, yep, you guessed it, TikTok to dump some trauma about her childhood. Now to be clear, Maddie's got millions of followers on TikTok.
Did nobody fact check? Did nobody do research into this?
Now everyone thinks that she's just the successful Hollywood screenwriter exposing her dad.
It's like everybody is, even the people who hate me are like manifesting great success for me. Unhinged and delusional Hollywood screenwriter.
Even the dad was like, maybe, you know, since she's a screenwriter, she'll write a movie about me.
And I do think it's a great storyline. This could be a very funny movie plot. So maybe Maddie will make this movie about her 66-year-old breakdancing dad.
You would love that. wouldn't you? You would totally love if Maddie used her fake screenwriter job to write a movie about you. Anyway, this whole thing turned into boomer versus millennial and Gen Z type of war because, you know, back in our day, we respected our elders and thanked them for raising us. We didn't die, and that's the only thing you need to do to qualify you to be a good parent. Anyway, so Maddie gets back on TikTok and shows texts about how her dad and her are just super close, have this super father-daughter relationship.
You know, I'll get texts like this, happy birthday, ? And then like links to his breakdancing video.
What dad that is so close to his daughter sends a birthday text asking if it's her birthday? Didn't even respond. And then he thought that she would respond if she saw how cool he looked. It just sounds a little, just a tiny bit disconnected, a little,
I was a good father because I gave $5 million and provided money.
but not emotional support. That's not my job. I'm the dad.
No abandonment, just a divorce.
Which to me, I think financially, taking care of your kids is only half of what goes into being a parent. I think this guy is about my dad's age. And remember when my dad and I got in that little quarrel when I thought he was gonna, we're civil now. I respond to some of his texts when I want. But during that whole fight, I remember him screaming at me,
I was a good father. We were close. Remember the time we danced together?
dude, the room, my mom, my sister, everybody went silent. I ain't never danced with this man. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, when you were 3 years old and you danced on my feet to Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder could see the confusion in that room. Disconnected, right? I personally feel like, you guys tell me who are similar ages, I feel like that generation is, as long as you provide and you beat your kids when the wife tells you they did something bad, you're a good dad. You did it. You're great. No wonder my dad wanted kids so bad. Like, that's the only memory you have of me when I was 3. And this chick and her dad's situation seems very similar to mine. The dad is under the impression that they're so close because maybe one time he did something nice for her, but he left at 5 and she probably doesn't remember it at all.
First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there, the next day I wasn't.
Which is kind of sad because she's in her 20s now and he had kind of quite some time to imprint some positive interactions with his daughter. But supposedly she can't think of any except for when he spun out of the house and left to be on Good Morning America. Hello, welcome to the pump date. Just kidding, but we have an update because the breakdancing dad posted another video. He has proof that she is a liar. I was pretty much done with my video, about to post it this morning, and then I saw this and was like, wow, okay, let me add this in. Especially if there's proof. So in Maddie's video, she said that he was never there. Well, he says that he's got proof that he was there.
Okay, so let's roll tape to see what childhood was actually like for my kids. And let's see how my relationship was with the kids even after the divorce.
You guys know what that proof was? Videos of him taking the family on family vacations. Him asking about her YouTube channel when she was like 8 years old.
We have with us here Maddie Hart. She is a YouTube specialist. How many videos, Maddie, do you have on YouTube now?
About 54.
And what is your goal?
One day I want to be a partner.
What does that mean?
It means you get paid to make videos.
And going to her graduation. And then at the end, he shoved in a bunch of like family pictures. And people are taking this as this is definite proof. She is entitled. She is a liar. He was clearly an involved father. Now for me, they both could be lying. I don't know these people. I don't know if you know these people, but I don't know them. But showing family pictures does not prove to me in any way, shape, or form that you are an involved father. My dad did that. Took us to wonderful places, multiple Disney trips, cruises. Do I or any of his other kids have at least one positive memory from those vacations? Not one. All I remember is the stress, the walking on eggshells, and the constant thought of when the hell is this over so I can go back home, sit in my room, and stay away from him. Everyone has family pictures. That's the time when you pretend to be happy. What is 8-year-old Maddie gonna do? Scream, I don't like my father in the middle of McDonald's while you shove a camera in her face while asking about her YouTube channel?
So Maddie, like some more YouTube insights and clarification. What is the difference between a subscriber and a viewer?
So it's not going really well for him right now. Now more people keep looking into him. Now they're bringing up his politics, and I was like, why are they bringing up his politics? Well, he has a whole website where he talks about how America wasn't built on racism at all. He's doing podcasts, and I'm not very political, but I was going through and I was like, what does any of this have to do with breakdancing? Anyway, that's the update. I hope I'm looking at the right area in this because I'm on my phone. I'm not too sure where to look. So if I'm looking a little weird, if I'm looking off into nothing, I'm really looking at you. Anywho, that was the proof. That was the update. Now I will magically teleport out of my closet and into my studio. This heated up people on TikTok. This is a very sensitive topic. People really relate to it. I mean, look at me, I relate to it as well. But the one person that I saw that was the most angry was an ex-conservative who's gay who now fights for the girlies on TikTok.
You don't threaten to leave, you leave. Sprinkle effing sprinkle. Men don't listen to words, they listen to action. So instead of just telling him, show him. People usually threaten to leave for two reasons. They want a ring or some sort of commitment out of a man, or they want him to change. Well, when you leave him, the kings come with rings.
And I think from what I remember, this man's father is a governor, someone that works in politics, and he did some things to his mom. And so he is very emotionally connected with this type of topic as well.
Well, her 66-year-old dad then posts a clapback video on Twitter saying he paid the mom over $5 million in child support and divorce fees, etc. He thinks he has a great relationship with his daughters and he's trying to be all cute about it and charming. I didn't find it cute or charming. This man stuck his thing inside of his wife, created 4 children, not 1, 2, 3, 4 kids, left his wife, therefore abandoning his family. Fathers, when you create children, your money is not a father.
Let's pause it right there. Is he coming in hot? Yes. Is he yelling in our face? Yes. Is his breath surprisingly delightful? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for brushing, Christian. But I agree with the last statement. You need to be connecting with your kids. I have another story because I love to over-explain things. We grew up with money. My dad was a professional football player. We were fine with money. We were able to live in really nice houses.
Privilege.
I met a girl at school that I really connected with. I really loved her, and she invited me over to her house for a sleepover. My mom was very, very, very weird about sleepovers, but she met her mom and loved her, so it was okay. So my mom drives me over to the house, and I get there, and it's just this one trailer in the middle of nowhere. It was like Courage the Cowardly Dog's house, except a trailer. So I walk in, and the dad was there, and I'm scared of fathers at that time because when in like my house, when the father walks in the room, you don't talk. That's just how my house was. Yes, sir, or yes, dad, what kind of thing. So I walk in and the dad was just sitting there, fat as hell, shirt off, sitting on the couch, sweating. They didn't have air conditioner either. And right when I walk in, this man gets up and shakes my small hand with his large hand.
Nah, dude, that's not how we do it here. It's like this. Wiggity wiggity zop, make it pop, give it a wiggle and a giggle, chicka 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 chicka.
My friend is super embarrassed because she's like, dude, dad, put a shirt on. But oh my God, I had such a great time. Best sleepover ever. The mom was the sweetest mom ever. We all played family games together. Nobody was fighting. The dad was super involved. This family was broke as hell.
Insufficient funds.
She didn't even have a bed frame.
You ain't got no money.
She let me sleep on her floor mattress and she slept on the floor with a towel and another blanket. But man, were those kids loved. And that dad, absolutely like A+++ when it came to loving his kid. And they still have a close relationship today, which speaks volumes. Because remember, once they turn 18 and they leave, they're gonna give you a review of your parenting style.
How I treat my mother now is a direct reflection of how she treated me when I needed her when I was a kid. Having said that, how my children treat me now is a direct reflection of how I treated them when they were younger and needed me. This is very hard for parents to come to terms with. They don't, I think a lot of parents go, that's not true. This is where the disconnect comes. I loved my kids. I gave them everything. You gave them everything that you thought they needed.
Some people will tell you privately, Others will tell you on social media.
If you are at fault for the divorce and you leave your family alone, you are abandoning your responsibilities as a father. You created children with your wife. You were expected to make the marriage work for your children. You abandoned your family.
So that's the part that I don't really agree with. If you get married and you decide you want to leave, I believe that they should. I personally would have loved if my parents got a divorce.
Your money and what you paid in divorce fees and child support is not a father. You're supposed to be the father. And by the way, if you're 66 years old and you're filming clapbacks to your daughter who went on the internet to tell her story and talk about the pain she experienced when you left her, you're abandoning her again. Fathers, it's your responsibility to parent your damn kids, not put trauma on them with your absence.
Dude, the finger and everything. Now, I don't personally agree that the dad couldn't get on TikTok to tell his side of the story. I mean, come on, you guys. I thought it was the year of tell your truth. But at the same time, I feel like I would go probably call my daughter instead of posting a 10-minute TikTok where I breakdance at the end.
Okay, Maddie, let's see how the old man does.
And then a 30-minute video talking about liberals are ruining America and how much he loves Elon Musk. And then do a 1-hour podcast with the red pill sweetheart, just pearly things. But at the same time, Maddie don't want to talk to him. She don't even respond to his text. So he really had no choice but to show us that he still got it. Anywho, that was the TikTok drama with the deadbeat dad that abandoned his kids to breakdance. And you know what? Let's just give him the floor. Any last words, Ben?
It's never too late to start breakdancing.
And there you have it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button or I'm going to spin around on my head and leave my dogs forever. So you kind of have to do it. I'll see you guys next time.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
When you create children, your money is not a father.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrum.